Can we have Kenya? Kenya, the people of Kenya. Okay, it's enough. You can go back now. Can we have Kenya? Thank you very much. Can we have Kenya, the Republic of Kenya? I see Turkana, I see I'm told there are members of parliament and ministers who came late. You can stand and wave to His Excellency the President. I cannot read your name now. Protocol does not allow. Can we have Kenya to showcase? Okay, can we have another style? Who is helping me with a different community? I see Turkana, I see Topoth, I see
thank you very much.
the second. I'm sure that sample can have shown us how rich that culture is.
tafadhali, South Sudan, South Sudan. Nyaramo South Sudan. Kenya, asante sana. Shukran na karaganda. Ela manoi. Let's have South Sudan, please come and take a stage. Thank you very, very much. Let's have South Sudan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That is South Sudan. Allow me recognize delegation from South Africa. South Africa, if you are in the tent, just wave. And the former First Lady is there. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now we have the last song from Turkey and we sing the national anthem.
Hello. I wanted to see Ethiopia. I didn't see it. Where is it?
Ethiopia. Ethiopia came earlier with the... But can we get Ethiopia back? Ethiopia joined the people of Karamoja earlier, but can we have Ethiopia?
The Nyangaton. I hear that in music you can ask for uncle.
Ishara kita Minister, President, anuacha mulu ikuru kenai nama ke omo bombarani. Apa President?
Ethiopia, please. Ethiopia, there's a demand for you to come back. Now you show all the... teso. No, that is pure teso from Ethiopia. The last, can you put our last song from Turkey and we sing national anthem? Turkey, Turkey, Turkey. Do we have it? After Turkey.
Now, Your Excellency, we'd like to appreciate that we are reviving the railway. Recently, inaugurated the standard gauge railway in Tororo. And earlier on, this only line from Tororo to Pakwach is under reconstruction. It's our wish, Your Excellency, that if we connected this community, the Ateker community, by rail, let's say from Soroti, we connect them to Moroto, by rail, connect them to Lodwa, then beyond to the Ethiopian border. There will be a lot of trade within this Ateker region. And I know it is possible to you, Your Excellency, because there's a lot of resources within the Ateker region. And especially now, Your Excellency, we are building up an international airport in Karenga. We shall be connecting direct to the outside world. Then we can have a connection of the railway. The road infrastructure, especially now when you are connecting from Moroto to Lodwa, you spend a very few hours because there's a good road. And also, I'm told there are good plans. There are plans from the government of Uganda, government of Kenya, and Ethiopia to build a road connecting us from Uganda up to Ethiopia. I think it will really change the livelihood of the people of the Ateker region. Then, Your Excellency, on the issue of education, as you are very aware that the Ateker community have lagged behind for many years. But first I would like to thank you for giving us ITESO, a science university in Soroti. I would like also to thank you on the same note to have given our uncles of Moroto a science university in Moroto. It is also our wish to your colleague, the President of Kenya, if we could establish another science university in Lodwa, and then one in Southern Sudan, in Kapweta. The connection of these Ateker people would have students from Kapweta coming to study in Soroti. We shall have students from Turkana coming to study in Moroto, vice versa. By doing so, Your Excellency, would have addressed a very big problem. As you know, education is the key in each and everything. Back to my short speech, Your Excellency, with your permission. Today, as we are gathered here, our ancestors our Father, the Creator, our God over Kuchu. We need to thank him very, very much for this day. Your Excellency, in our culture, when rain falls, it's a big blessing. And indeed, you have brought blessings to Teso. These machines also at times they can misbehave. Just a minute. Your Excellency, with your permission, allow me to go through a brief statement. First and foremost, let me adapt the previous protocols. Allow me on behalf of the Ateker people to most sincerely welcome you to Teso and your colleagues. I'd like again to thank you for inviting very important visitors to be part of this occasion. Your Excellency, with your permission, it is with the deep honor and gratitude that I stand before this distinguished gathering at the Ateker Reunion Festival today. Today we reunite after taking separate pathways, journeys over the 600 years. Your Excellency, since we left Ethiopia, this is the first reunion of its kind. When we are meeting our uncles, the grand uncles, to celebrate our shared heritage and chart a path forward. Peace, prosperity, and cultural niceness for the Ateker people and the broader region. Who are the Ateker people? Historians use the terms Nilohamites, the Ateker cluster, Teso cluster, Karamojong cluster, etc., etc. We refer to a group of tribes with common history and in many cases, closely related cultures and mutually intelligible languages. Your Excellency, the following are the tribes from the Ateker clusters. We have got the Bako, we have got the Dima, we have got the Iteso, both in Uganda and Kenya. We have got the Jie, we have got the Kakwa, we have got the Kalenjin, we have got the Karamojong, we have got the Karo, we include the Kakwa. We've got the Kumam, we've got the Langi, we have got the Masai, we've got the Nyangatom, we've got the Samburu, we've got the Toposa and the Turkana. Your Excellency, the Ateker community is bound by history, culture, and kinship, spanning the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Kenya, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. We are cattle keepers whose livelihoods are intertwined with the land, water, and traditions that have sustained us for generations. However, along this rich heritage, we face challenges that threaten the harmony of our communities. Your Excellency, the first time when we met you with the Vice President of the team to share with you about this function, you rightly informed us that you, the Ateker people, you are 131 years behind others. Your Excellency, on the issue of development, turning challenges into opportunities. Cattle and livestock keeping remains at the heart of the Ateker people's identity and economy. Yet in an era of climate change, population growth, and resource competition, we must rethink how we manage these resources to ensure sustainable development. Your Excellency, resource sharing, grazing land and water sources are lifetimes for our communities. Let us adapt collaborative resources management and practices to ensure that these resources benefit all the Ateker and the neighboring communities equitably. Also, on the modernizing livestock farming, by embracing new technologies such as irrigation, folder cultivation, we can reduce dependence on scarce resources and increase productivity. Livestock markets, veterinary services, and insurance schemes can further enhance our livelihoods. Diversification. While cattle remain vital in encouraging alternative sources of income, such as agribusinesses, trade, ecotourism, and adding value to livestock products, for example, by producing leather, glue from animal products, can reduce dependency and create resilience in our communities. Development is a distant dream. It is a choice we can make together. Let us channel our shared strength into building a future where every family has the tools to thrive. We've discussed the issues of security excellency. We really appreciate what you have really done to bring peace to our uncles in Karamoja and Teso sub-region. Your Excellency, the long drought locust plague in 1894, that the pest epidemic of 1896, disseminated the population of the remaining food animals in the region. The devastating famine, which followed the drought, locust plague, and red pest epidemic. This crisis led to a great reduction in population and led directly to rustling and insecurity, both of which have remained up to today in a large section of the Ateker communities. More recently, disputes over grazing land and water have added to conflicts among the people. This clashes rooted a competition, have cost lives, displaced families, and undermined the bonds of kinship that define Ateker. Today, I urge all Ateker leaders and communities to commit to peace. We must recognize that violence does not solve our challenges. It only deepens them. Let's encourage community dialogue. Let's establish regular forums where leaders and youth from all Ateker tribes can come together to resolve disputes and build trust. Your Excellency, we had a dialogue of a number of groups. We had women groups, youth groups, which the communique is going to be read before you, Your Excellency. I propose that we establish an Ateker Elders Council with the representatives from all Ateker tribes to dialogue, resolve conflicts, and help foster unity amongst our people. We also need an Ateker Youth Council to help promote an exchange of ideas and unity among the future leaders of Ateker. Shared resource agreements. Collaborative agreements for grazing patterns, water sharing, conflict resolution mechanism can prevent disputes before they escalate. Youth engagements. Let us involve our youth in peace-building programs, equipping them with the skills and opportunities to steer them away from conflict. Security within our own borders is just not about enforcing laws. It is about fostering a culture of respect, cooperation, and coexistence. Peace is the foundation upon which we can build prosperity. Last but not the least, cooperation strengthening our bonds. The Ateker community's strength lies in our unity. Despite national borders, we share a heritage that transcends political divisions. It is time to strengthen the bonds that hold us together and harness our collective potential for progress. Regional collaboration. Governments, traditional leaders, and development partners must work together to create cross-border infrastructure, trade opportunities, shared social services. By cooperating on sustainable management of grazing land and water, we can turn these potential flashpoints into symbols of unity. Cultural exchange. Let's celebrate our shared identity through festivals like these ones, educational programs, and media initiatives that promote mutual understanding and solidarity. Through cooperation, we can transform challenges into opportunities and build a future that benefits all the Ateker people and their neighbors. Your Excellency, we also urge the Ateker people to adopt new culture. New cultures embracing modernity without losing our identity. As we strive for progress, it is essential to adapt the demands of modern life while preserving our essence of our cultural heritage. Your Excellency, we need to have good housing among the Ateker people. And we have always urged our people from Teso that we need to migrate from agri-attached houses to better housing. Our families deserve dignity of safe and modern homes. Let us prioritize affordable housing projects and respect our traditions while providing comfort and security. Health. We need access to health care must be a right, not a privilege. Government and partners should focus on building health centers, training personnel, and promoting preventive care in our communities. Your Excellency, with the earlier request of the connection of the railway through the Ateker people, these people will join the man economy. The man economy transitioning subsistence to a man economy based to be reducing poverty. Let us empower our people with the financial literacy, market access, and investment opportunities to unlock new paths to prosperity. Modernization is not about abandoning our roots. It's about building on them to achieve a better quality of life for all. A call for peaceful coexistence. Today, I urge the Ateker people to look beyond divisions and embrace our humanity. Let us remember that we are one family, bound by history and destiny. The conflicts we face are challenges to overcome, not reasons to divide us. As I stand before you, I see a future where Ateker community thrives in unity, where our shared heritage is celebrated and resources are shared responsibly, and our youth inherit a legacy of peace and prosperity. Together we can build this future. Let us live this festival with a renewed commitment to peaceful resistance, cooperation, and development. Let us also honor the legacy of our ancestors by forging a path that secures the dignity and well-being of generations to come. Your Excellency, we have also urged the Ateker people to promote the growing of cashew nuts. Cashew nut is a very valuable crop. As we know, our brothers from Tanzania, they are earning a lot from cashew nuts. To argue each and every, among other interventions, we like to promote that. Last but not the least, Excellency, we would like once more again to thank you. And we have got a request from all the Ateker delegations that after this festival, the leaders would wish to come and pay a courtesy call before they fly back. Your Excellency, that one will be under your convenience. I would like once more to say thank you for all the Ateker people. Yalamo sabunere. Yalamo sabunere. Yalamo kisloka polon. With those few remarks, Your Excellency, allow me to end there and say, Yalama noi emuria koliai. But Your Excellency, I had forgotten. Let me take this opportunity. Now I come from a clan called Ikuruk. Ikuruk people are the first people who settled, the first to start farming along the shore of the Nile. Ikuruk, where are you? On the same note, Your Excellency, I would like also to introduce my immediate family. My right is Toto Iteso, Akaliite. And we have our children behind. Elamanoi, Emuria Koliai.
Papa Imorimo, you have gifts for our guests representing the various countries. I want you to do that honor and give your gifts. I see you have a gift for His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. You have a gift for the President of Kenya, the President of Tanzania, the President of South Sudan, and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Their representatives are here. I will request you to hand over. The team is there. Maybe if the Excellency, the President, our President, the Vice President can be near His Excellency, the Vice President. Our Excellency, the Vice President, can be near the President for that gift, to make sure the gift is handed over according to the protocol that you know for His Excellency, the President. The Swahili translator, can you also be translating? Is the microphone working?
Miliki wa ufalme wa Emormor ana zawadi ambayo angependa kupatia rais. Zawadi
Ejai Papa Emorimor ay kopar akaina kinet nejai Papa President lo Uganda kwapa ishalam kinet Papa isipape mor moraka ni noi je kopara ina kineto kiro so kate kere muria kolia.
Thank you. His Excellency the President has received Mama, is joining His Excellency to receive the gift. Thank you. The next gift you're giving is to our patron, the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, who can be joined by Her Excellency the Ambassador.
Anayemfuata zawadi ya pili ni kwake uwiano huu wa Ateker wakiwa na mwenzake.
Aina kinetengin ne kopa pape mor ne jai ekirigi loye unan lo Ethiopia.
The next is for the Right Honorable Speaker of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, Right Honorable Amos Kingi. Is being accompanied by the Chief Whip of the Kenyan Parliament.
Zawadi ya tatu inaelekea kwake Rais wa Kenya, nayo itapokelewa na Spika wa Bunge wa Seneti ya Kenya, Honorable Mheshimiwa Kingi, akiwa na mwenzake Olekina.
Aina kinetengin ejai pape morore kobar ejai eraban la polon na Parliament lo Kenya lebuekite President lo Kenya tomo pujita lo papa is pape moraka.
The next is to the High Commissioner of the United Republic of Tanzania, representing the President of Tanzania, Excellency Major General Paul Kisesa Simuli.
Pia yapokea zawadi hiyo. Asante sana mwakilishi wa Tanzania.
Aina kinetengin ada upape mor kopakin leboikita kwa Tanzania Uganda leboikit a President of Tanzania. Papa is papakan and why not kinetengin.
The next is the Minister of Health, Eastern Equatorial State of South Sudan, Honorable Cotton Thomas Pierre, who is representing South Sudan government.
Mheshimiwa huyo mwakilishi anapokea zawadi kwa niaba ya nchi ya Sudan.
Aina kinetengin ejai pape mor kopar ejai Minister nangale unapu South Sudan okiro rapugano Sudan. Papa isi papakan anwaina nikileta kwa kiasi akwa pisine mekegela.
Okay, I want to ask the delegation that were to march. Are you ready to march or we proceed with the speech?
Tunaomba kufanya sasa maandamano ya utamaduni yetu tukiwa uwiano wa Ateker. Tuko tayari?
Not yet.
Hai.
Okay, be ready immediately. The communique yesterday, Your Excellency, elders, women, and youth at their symposium at the Soroti University, and they have a short communique that they want you to listen to. So immediately after that communique being read by Karamojong Pulukol, who is already here with all regalia, immediately after that, the team should get ready to march. Your Excellency, if we do not march before you, we shall not sleep today. We slept with them yesterday. They came from Kenya, Ethiopia, everywhere. From Kenya, they traveled on road from South Sudan, and they insisted they must showcase their culture before you. So I will beg your indulgence immediately after the communique, do the marching. And then I request Honorable Tipero, please come to the stage. You know why. After the march, you will have that introduction of our Turkish delegation. Pulukol.
Mulumbi watoto ya Turkana mambo ama historia ya Ateker. Mheshimiwa Pulukol, tafadhali tuelekeze.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, all heads of governments and representatives here present, our very own Mama Janet Museveni and Papa Morimori, and all representatives of the different Ateker communities in eastern part of Africa. Your Excellency, here before you is an 8-point memorandum. It starts by expressing our awareness of our unique position as Ateker communities who share a common history as part of the plain Nilotes of East Africa, who straddle across international boundaries of 5 countries of Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Tanzania. Your Excellency, when you add the Kakwa, you then have also to bring DRC into the equation because they are also in DRC. Noting our people's troubled history, riddled with conflicts of cyclical cattle rustling, road insecurity, general lawlessness, and aggravated crimes of murder and killings, torn by many decades of interethnic, tribal, and resource-based conflicts over pasture, water, livestock, perpetuated by interconnected and mutually reinforcing factors of poverty, insecurity, and marginalization, leading to unacceptable levels of... Hey, hold on. Go. That is a child mock parade. Wow, that was a sample, sir.
Thank you.
It was testing, 1, 2, 3 testing. We are saying appreciative of the historic independence of people and governments, motivated by unshakable commitments to reclaim our rights to human dignity, to improve the situation, and to uphold sustainable and development. We are mindful of our every collective responsibility to work with the respective governments of Uganda, government of Kenya, government of South Sudan, government of Ethiopia, and government of Tanzania towards transforming our Ateker communities into peaceful and prosperous societies. We note the extensive potential in natural as well as human resources endowments which travel across our Ateker communities, and our responsibilities as stewards of these resources for sustainable use in the accelerated improvement of the quality of lives of our people, and ensuring that these natural resources which are currently trapped in our area are pumped into the economic arteries of our economies, both in the now and also in the future. We acknowledge the need to work together with our respective governments to promote healthy institutional as well as individual relations through improved dialogue and better communication channels towards the delivery of better social protection, better policing, better social services, quality education, health care, road and telecommunications infrastructure, to promote trade and investments for sustainable livelihoods for common good of our Ateker communities and our neighbors. Conscious of our collective responsibility and our patriotic endeavors in our shared desire to protect the common heritage and culture of members of the wider Ateker community and promote socio-economic development so as to forge a path towards peace, prosperity, and cultural renaissance. We, the representatives, elders, women, and youth leaders of the Nyatom of Ethiopia, Toposa and Jie of South Sudan, Turkana, Maasai, and Iteso of Kenya, Maasai of Tanzania, the Karimojong, Kakwa, Lango, Kumam, and Iteso of Uganda assembled at Soroti University on 26 November 2024, do hereby resolve to present our memorandum to our heads of states and heads of governments as follows. 1. On consolidation of peace and security, we call upon our governments to collectively embark on disarmament of all communities with legal guns in the Ateker region as a foundation to a peaceful and prosperous future where the East African people and economies can thrive. Your Excellency, our governments are in Somalia, our governments in the DRC. It's now time also to move our security agencies to work together to disarm all the Ateker communities in the Horn and East African region. Number 2, construction of mega bulk water retention facilities, structures, where potential sites exist for bulk water, and where rivers converge to hold water along the Ateker axis to settle most of these communities. We realize that water for human settlement, animal, and plant development is critical so as to enable these Ateker communities to transform from nomadism to commercially productive societies. Number 3, we call upon our government to prioritize the investment in road and telecommunication connectivity from Moroto to Ethiopia through Turkana, Kenya, also from Kabong, Karenga, Kapweta, and Torit to facilitate regional trade, movement of goods and services. It will also enhance security, and it will ease the movement of troops and law enforcement agencies to combat crime. Number 4, we urge our governments to facilitate the creation of borderless communities along the international borders of member countries and also in the tri-junctions occupied by the Ateker communities. 1, by harmonization of trade policies. 2, deregulation. 3, establishment of safe, orderly, and disciplined resource-sharing mechanisms and integration of Ateker communities, like it is now happening among the Maasai of Kenya and the Maasai of Tanzania, who do not hate each other. They have embarked on livestock keeping as a commercial activity and are now keeping better breeds of livestock and are fully integrated into the cash economy. We want to follow the path of the Maasai. Number 5, we also call upon our governments to establish livestock breeding centers within Ateker communities in order to develop our Zebu cow, better breeds that yield much milk and qualitative meat products whose weight can fetch better market prices. Better so, Your Excellency, we ask our governments to commission scientists to develop a cow with a thick skin which can withstand the ticks so that the ticks cannot penetrate. We are asking our scientists. Number 6, education as a force multiplier, an enabling right which can foster the enjoyment of all other rights. We call upon you and all governments in the region to invest in education facilities within Ateker communities that have lagged so much behind. Governments should offer compulsory free boarding education so as to take children away from being turned into warriors. This can enable them to become professionals and productive citizens in order to support the peaceful, prosperous future we seek to create together with our government. Number 7, we call upon the governments in the region to support and finance the Ateker reunion as annual event on a rotational basis. These cultural and tourism festivals will promote and foster unity, trade, investments, and accelerated regional integration. Number 8, and finally, we propose the creation and provision of support to Ateker Regional Coordinating Secretariat with communities and country chapters. This will enable Ateker people to participate in research, policy advocacy, coordination, and mobilization among the different stakeholders in support of our government's socio-economic transformation agenda. Such coordination, Your Excellencies, Secretariat, shall provide support to the Ateker parliamentary platforms, Ateker civil society forums, Ateker cultural institutions and elder network, Ateker local government and county government associations, to support Ateker Kral, Adakar and grazing community networks, will support youth, women and people with disability groups to work towards a common purpose in collaboration with our respective governments to uplift the living conditions of our people and accelerate the socio-economic transformation and cultural renaissance. Sir, this is the end, and this is the better way to achieve East African integration much faster. Thank you, Your Excellency, for our country.
Thank you very much. I request the Honorable Pool Call to go and that communique to Her Excellency the Vice President, who during her speech will know how to handle it. But Your Excellency, you can see, the people have said we have come here for culture, you are wasting our time. They have taken over the program. I want to request my colleague from Karamoja, who is emceeing, to now call the communities. I think this one is already Karamoja. Can you guide us? Is this Karamoja? Can you tell the guests what type of dances are they dancing? It's for what?
Well, this is, folk dance always performed by
for royal, for...
This is for Papa.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I see different groups and different type of dance. There are those with the pots. There are women with the bonko like mine. There are those with the skin that are just swinging. I don't know where Lokeris is. I saw him like a king with the feathers everywhere. Lokeris is there. In white. I don't know where Lily is. You people are dancing. But since it's raining, I'm going to forgive you. Can we have another other group? Can Teso, can Teso also join and we see?
Iteso nyarata odikere alomar kwano group numur.
When we finish Uganda, then we are going to go to the foreign countries. Are the Iteso ready? No? Please come and display. Do we have the Kumam? Are the Kumam near?
Joabe Kumam wado bino donyi kupuna tejere kan. Joabe Kumam otelo wone kan.
Oh, I'm seeing rain again. I don't know what to do. But I see this group just continuing. I don't want malaria. I don't want colds.
Honorable Minister, the group behind us from Ethiopia.
Oh.
Groups.
Is this one the Iteso? Can you showcase? Hey. Hey. Can you go where His Excellency can see your style? We are requesting the children to first go, please.
So the team that is coming, Honorable Minister, that is from Teso.
That's from Teso, where Toto, the Vice President, is from. They are showcasing our host, Papa Emorimo. That is where the host hails from. We are seeing. Oh, this rain.
Oni kwa nite sokere aloma sikidi ara josi ara kogo eoke sawa alokwa biduodu aloma sikere.
Your Excellency, that is the team from Teso.
Your Excellency, that is the team from Teso. So this is our time to showcase our talents, our tradition before the dignitaries. Aloma sikere o nikeri Teso. Kumam wadodonyi kano. Wan kumam kede teso pero dana chel. Wadodonyi line achel. Kumam otetuai wadodonyi kano. Poyo tuwa. Eyala matoi. I can see Honorable Ringo Peter, Congressman, leading Tome Kumam. Opoyo tuwa Gongo Ringo. Anedi tietelo jo Kumam opoyo tuwa. We continue to welcome everybody to Sochi City, to Teso sub-region. You are most welcome.
In the spirit of unity, His Excellency, we see the team from Karena join the Teso team. Remember, this is a reunion festival. You are all most welcome. So, in the meantime, Karena Yasikingana, Olamutesida.
Kumam, can you again repeat Kumam? Where are the Kumam?
Ngadwong Minister one Kumam.
No, you let them go and showcase in front of it. Hey, Donyi Diere, Kumam.
Kumam Donyi Diere, Minister Yabe Kumam Donyi Diere. Minister Temple no Kumam Donyi Diere.
The Kumams are not there.
Hey,
you also move and round and come. Yes, you showcase.
Yes, Honorable Ringo is leading the Kumam.
Can you start and follow the Karamojong from Karenga? That's where Lily is. Showcase Kumam. You move around. Go in front. We want to see.
Kumam Lubi Karamoja. Eopoi Mutwatwal. Team Kumam Wanjo Kumam Olubu Team Karamoja. Pie Kumam Keneso Wananache. Wano Rimero Wananache. Kumam Olubu Karamoja. Oteti Wero Kenejiwako Banajoman Teke. Diteso Kumam Karamoja Nyangatom. One Nendonitie. Opono Twatwal. Jobino Kwero Kenejiwako. Ekamano Ateker. Ejai Kumam Laije. Ojai Teso Lailo. Akosho Tony Kere.
Can we have the Lango? I want to see the Langis, Lango. Now you move. I want to see Amit Nenokai Lana Wunu Nyope. Lao by Paylana Wunubaka, Wunai Wur. Dora Wunacha, may President Nenu.
Be alone now. Be alone now.
Jomano tia mitu miel unu ko mitaka no. The Lango people are there. You can see there. A group is that side with Bonkor. You can see what I'm wearing is what the women are wearing. Bonkor.
Thank you for showing care. This is
about to call the Kakwa. Kakwa, where are the Kakwas? After Kakwas, I will go to the foreign countries. The foreign countries, immediately after, I will go to Kenya, I will go to South Sudan, Ethiopia. I know Ethiopia even came earlier. Now this dance, the women are dancing of language. I don't want to say what. Your Excellency, you can see I had resisted that these people should not dance in the rain. The pressure was too much. I thought they were going to abandon in the middle. Now I'm trying to request them to leave They really wanted to present before you speak. Can we now go back? We go back. They have appeared from nowhere. I don't know where they are from. This is which community? Karamojong still? Karamoja? Please, can we go back? The rain has increased. Please, can we go back? We will continue. We have 3 days here. Your Excellency. There's a team that was invited from Turkey, and yesterday I met them. They are very interesting. And one of them would like to dance on stage for you. And when somebody travels the 6 hours flight, it is difficult. They want to perform for you. I don't have the honor to introduce them, Your Excellency, but I am our ambassador. Introduce the delegation from Turkey perform on stage, then I will invite Her Excellency, the Vice President. Honorable Tupero.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Uganda, the Commander-in-Chief and Founder, Your Vice President of the Republic and my sister, Your Excellency, I have been a very humble by my sister, our Minister of Labor and Social Betty, to introduce the delegation from the Republic. Your Excellency, I am here, the delegation from the Republic here that was mobilized by Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, during her transit visit. She managed us via Istanbul and she directed me to put up a group. Your Excellency, the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development Ruth Nankara further went ahead and made a direct call to the respective investors who are here. Allow me therefore to tell you that the Republic of Turkey, your comrade, the President of the Republic of Turkey, is here representing my colleague, the Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey in Uganda, Ambassador Eke Fatih, who is here. He has made a delegation. They are right in the tent with you, Your Excellency. They've been able to see Uganda display its culture at its best. They are happy to be part of the Ateker Festival. Your Excellency, they have also requested me that you meet them. Before I move on, let me describe the delegation. The delegation is comprised of engineers, CEOs, artists, among whom we will have one giving a performance. The delegation is led by one Mr. Tassin Chimen, who is seated in the tent, and other technology companies, namely Mia Technologies. We also have tourism companies. Among them, we have agricultural companies represented by the delegation, among others. Your Excellency, I will request that you give them a moment to come a little bit closer so that they can have a photo opportunity with you. Your Excellency, the artist who is one of the most of today, when he's singing here, Turkey will be with the people of Uganda this cultural festival. The Republic of Turkey is what it is because of culture, because of foods, because of the patriotism, among others. During the tourism season, Your Excellency, the population of Turkey increases from 87 to over 140 million because of tourists coming all over the world. The team that I have brought here with support of Her Excellency the Vice President will join Uganda in its promotion of cultural tourism. The team will join Uganda in the support of the development of tourism facilities like the arenas, among others. Mr. Chimen is putting up one of the biggest arenas in Istanbul, a hospital complex, a techno park, among others. So I'm glad to be here because from the delegation, it is clear that the objective of the Ateker reunion, which is to foster partnership, will be achieved through the engagement of the delegation and the people of Uganda, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, in the team, we also have an agricultural company called Nebula. they are coming up with a concept to support arid areas with afforestation, a concept of integrated agricultural solutions, among others. I wish I had the opportunity to mention each of them by name, but because of time, Your Excellency, let me conclude by bringing you greetings from my colleagues, the other ambassadors who are not here, but we appreciate you for having given us the responsibility to represent our countries out there. The ambassadors, Your Excellency, are focusing on commercial diplomacy, and the Ateker Festival today is one of the sectors which is going to bring in an opportunity for more income in the country through tourism. Let me thank my sister, Lily Ajanarova, who has worked with the embassies, in particular the Embassy of the Republic of Turkey, to brand Uganda. The Uganda Wildlife Authority, in conjunction with UTB, has provided the embassies with documentaries, among others, and today the people of Turkey are able to see how Uganda looks like. The delegation that is here came by road. They met the minister, my sister. They have now seen what to expect. They are prepared to partner with you, Your Excellency. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Excellency. I'm being told your music cannot play now. You will sing it later. Yes. And Your Excellency, allow me to introduce the King of Bruli that we met earlier. He's seated there with the team of our country leaders. Let me recognize the ministers who are here. Honorable Peter Lokeris, the Minister in charge of Karamoja Affairs. Honorable Rafael Magezi, Minister of Local Government, who is also Courtesy Minister for our Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Ellen Grace Asamo, Minister of State for Persons with Disability. I also would request that if you do not have a microphone that side, Honorable Samo, for what you are supposed to do, you start coming slowly. Honorable Dudu Mafabi, Minister of State for Elderly. Honorable Balam Harokahara, Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs. Honorable Rose Lily Akelo, Minister of State for Ethics and Integrity. Honorable Musa Echwero, Minister of State for Works. Honorable Alice Kaboyo, Minister of State for Luero Triangle. Honorable Obote Ongalo Clement, Minister of State for Karamoja Affairs. Teso Affairs, I'm sorry, Teso Affairs. We are members of Parliament. Honorable Bosco Kirol, Chairperson Teso Parliamentary Group. Honorable Esero Anthony, Kapebion County. Honorable Fredo Polot, Pingwe County. Honorable David Oza, Aguli County. Honorable Oseko Richard, Kivale County. Honorable Alobo Juan, woman member of Parliament, Soroto City. Honorable Achayo Juliet, MP Ngora County. Honorable Frederick Amura, MP Roro Jasit Niamia. Honorable Nakut Faith, our woman MP for Napak. Honorable Lord Cosmas, Dakala County. Honorable Ismail Lumwa, Kotido Municipality. General Eluelo P, UPDF. Honorable Lobo James, Amolata. We have former members of Parliament who, under their big number, Your Excellency. We also have Honorable Stella Isodo from Mora, Member of Parliament. Honorable Damasi, Member of Parliament, Kabera Maido. Your Excellency, I am now taking the honor to thank you, Your Excellency, for all the support you gave to the Ateker people for this festival to be here today. It is His Excellency the President. Please clap for His Excellency the President. All the finance, all the is His Excellency the President. But Your Excellency, the person who introduced to you the Ateker Festival, for you to support, is our own, our Vice President, our sister, our woman, whom we love so much, and as the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellency, the Vice President, thank you so much for the initiating the talk with our patron, the Prime Minister, and following every little detail until today when we are here. Please clap for our Excellency the Vice President. I want to thank Papa Morimoro for perseverance, for all the work you have done since we started, the trips you have made to Kampala, the meetings you have had, Papa Morimoro, and your and your people. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, this opportunity has given us time to rediscover ourselves as people of Ateker, to discover our righthood, that you even had to that the origin from Ethiopia. We thank you that team sat yesterday. They have given us a memorandum in a communique. Your Excellency, in charge of culture in the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, I pray that the issues raised in the communique, we shall put it as a ministry, will bring it in the cabinet, because there are issues that touches the socio-economic transformation of the Ateker people. There are proposals to deal with issues of security within the people of Ateker, water production, empowerment. We cannot let this opportunity waste. We are going to bring a paper in the cabinet so that it is discussed and you give us a strategy. Your Excellency, I want to thank you for the support you have given to the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development to ensure that you refocus us to prioritize the culture, prioritize entertainment industry, and to make sure that we market Uganda through culture. Today we have all seen that culture binds us together, gives us common values, gives us common strategy. With the unity exhibited here today, culture is the cornerstone that can make us strive and get unity. So we will ask the Ministry of Gender make sure that the issues which we raised here are contextualized with and programs. With that, Your Excellency, I want to invite Our Excellency to make us speech, and thereafter, we request her thereafter to give you gifts from the people of Turkey, and then thereafter invite you to give your speech. Your Excellency, the Vice President, you are welcome. Can we please clap for Our Excellency, the Vice President?
Your Excellency, General Museveni,
the President of the Republic of Uganda, and Mama, the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sports, Your Excellency, Haile Mariam, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Ethiopia, the Right Honorable Amason Kingi, the Speaker of the Kenyan Senate, who is leading the delegation from Kenya, Your Excellency Major General Paul Kisesa Simuli, the Ambassador of Tanzania to Uganda, who is leading the delegation from Tanzania in this ceremony, the Right Honorable Rukia Dama, the Third Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Koten Thomas Pia, Minister of Health from South Sudan, who is leading the delegation from South Sudan, Your Excellency Topeka Stacey Madiba, the former First Lady of South Africa, all Excellencies, the ambassadors present, including the Excellency Dorothy Chuha, who has traveled for over 23 hours, that's flying time, minus the stopovers. Your Excellency, I have just been in her place where you sent me in Samoa. She's physically present here with the delegation, which I briefed you about, that they would like to add value to our milk and beef products. They have already been communicated on when you will meet them, Your Excellency. The honorable ministers present, the honorable members of parliament, Your Eminence Jeronimus Museveni, the Archbishop of the Orthodox Church in Uganda, and all your brother bishops present, and the district Kadi of Teso region, representing the Muslim faith, Your Highness Pape Mormo, and all the Royal Highnesses present in your respective capacities. Members of Ateker present here, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me stand on the protocol that was already pronounced by the Masters of Ceremonies. Your Excellency, I am honored and delighted on this momentous occasion to warmly welcome you all and all the distinguished delegates to Uganda, and particularly Soroti City cultural celebrations. This is a celebration of unity, cultural heritage, and shared dreams. I am humbled by the spirit of togetherness demonstrated by your physical presence here today. Your Excellency, the theme of this festival is celebrating shared heritage, forging a path towards peace, prosperity, and cultural renaissance. Ateker Reunion Festival is an annual event that brings together Ateker-speaking communities spanning across diverse ethnic groups from Ethiopia, Kenya, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. Consequently, this festival serves as a vibrant testament of the reunion of the communities after decades of over 136 years of separation. Ateker people
share linguistic and cultural ties, and the purpose of this festival is to celebrate and strengthen the bonds that tie us together as Africans. Your Excellency, we are gathered here today and for the next 3 days to celebrate the inspiring traditions, heritage, shared customs, values, and our shared future. Uganda is extremely honored to host this unique festival for the very first time. Previously, the Ateker reunion festivals have been hosted and celebrated in Ethiopia and Kenya for the last 6 years under different themes. Uganda has, however, been represented at those festivals by delegations from the Ateker communities from Karamoja and Teso, led by your representative, Your Excellency. This time round, the festival is being celebrated in Uganda under the leadership of the Iteso Cultural Union with the official support from the government of the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellency, allow me to give you, and indeed all the delegates, a brief background of how Uganda came to host the Ateker Reunion Festival 2024. Your Excellency, in February 2022, you delegated me to represent you at the African Union Heads of State Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. While there, I was privileged to meet His Excellency Haile Mariam, the former Prime Minister of the Federal Republic, Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, who is also the patron of the Ateker people in the whole of Africa. We discussed many issues regarding the Ateker community, especially how we can use this festival to foster peace and economic transformation of our region. Your Excellency, I requested him as a patron of Ateker people in Africa to give Uganda a chance to also host this important event. He told me that he would consult the elders and revert to me. Your Excellency, early this year, His Excellency Haile Mariam informed me about the good news that the elders in Ethiopia had granted Uganda's request to host the Ateker Reunion Festival 2024. I delivered this good news to you in State House in Entebbe in a meeting attended by the Ambassador of Ethiopia to Uganda and other leaders, and Your Excellency welcomed the idea spontaneously with a clear intention to support the budget, invite your counterparts, and also offer the wealth of wisdom on how to handle the festival. For this, we say, e alama noi, alakara noi. Your Excellency, it is our prayer that as an Ateker community, that this festival now officially includes Uganda to participate in a rotational basis. And we are very glad that the patron is physically present today. Your Excellency, on this note, I would like to express my profound gratitude and appreciation to His Excellency Haile Mariam for his patronage and stewardship in preserving our cultural heritage and fostering the sense of common identity of the African people. In addition, I would like to thank the Ateker elders in Ethiopia for working together in harmony with the patron to execute his mandate of preserving the sacred traditions of the Ateker people to last forever. Your Excellency, I thank you for your visionary leadership and support. You are indeed a strong advocate of African unity and integration. At the African Union, you are the champion of integration dedicated to eradicate the colonial legacy of irrational borders that separate African people. In fact, this festival reminds us of the unfinished agenda of unifying the African continent. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Ateker community here present, I would like to thank you most sincerely for accepting to grace this festival with your physical presence. I would like to thank Mama for accepting to accompany you with her physical presence here today. When we spoke in cabinet the other day, Mama told me that she will try to put all her other equally competing items on her agenda and ensure that she will come here today, and she has made it. Let's thank Mama. I thank Your Excellency for inviting and welcoming our brothers from Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, South Sudan to Uganda to participate in the festival. And most importantly, I thank Your Excellency for shouldering all the budget that has enabled us to organize this historic, seamless ceremony. As I come to the conclusion of my statement, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, during the festival, the Ateker community and key stakeholders, including the youth, women, and elders, will be provided with a unique platform and arena to continue conducting dialogues under the spirit of Pan-Africanism to reflect on their achievements, lessons learned, challenges, experiences, and chart a way forward in the current world of social, cultural, and socio-economic transformation with peaceful coexistence as a denominator. Let me reiterate the fact that as we celebrate our cultural union, we must remember our shared values of unity, cooperation, and mutual respect for one another. My appeal to you, dear delegates, is to strive to promote peace and understanding among our communities and beyond. Our main objective should remain to promote peace and unity and to foster regional integration, Pan-Africanism, and hard work for socio-economic transformation. It is my sincere hope that this festival will ultimately enhance awareness and appreciation of the value of the shared heritage for the Ateker community. It will also unite, foster peace, and empower Ateker community with a vast knowledge of the enormous economic benefits through cultural tourism and entrepreneurship, strengthen social cohesion and cooperation among the Ateker people. Commendation. Your Excellency, allow me to thank a few people who I know have worked very tirelessly for the good of the Ateker people. Firstly, let me thank Mama, the First Lady, who worked for a very long time as a minister for Karamoja sub-region, dedicating her time and always camping in Karamoja, where the Ateker communities were helped to implement special programs that are meant for that region. Mama, we thank you very sincerely for the work you did and you continue to do for the Ateker community. I would like to thank you, Your Excellency, and say that with your focused and strategic leadership, Uganda continues to stand as a shining star in Africa, with total peace and security across the country, political stability, democracy and the rule of law, economic stability, the best investment climate, the best tourism destination globally, modern infrastructure, and effective social service delivery. It is against that background, Your Excellency, that all Ugandans have again invested all their hope in you as their only preferred presidential candidate. I call upon the Ateker people and all the people of Uganda to keep that promise come 2026. Your Excellency, I would like to salute our organizers, especially Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, and your technical team of the National Organizing Committee, His Royal Highness the Emoremor Papa Iteso, and your local organizing team, all the traditional cultural leaders and mobilization teams, the political leadership both at national and local government levels, sponsors and volunteers, and all the people who have worked tirelessly to make this festival meaningful. Special tribute goes to our esteemed country delegations from Ethiopia, Kenya, South Sudan, Tanzania, who have traveled far to be part of this glamorous event, the Ateker reunion, taking place here in Uganda. You are all most welcome to the Pearl of Africa to celebrate shared heritage, a path towards peace, prosperity, and cultural renaissance. Your Excellency, a communique has been read very clearly. We shall formally extend it to you, and since it has cross-cutting issues, you may, Your Excellency, share it with your counterparts in the region. But what stands out in the communique is the need for Ateker people to get connected in line of trade, get connected in line of infrastructure, and also enhance the human resource capacity in the communities. It is now my sincere honor and privilege, Your Excellency, to address this audience and officially open the Ateker Festival 2024. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Sit down. Sit down. Thank you. Before I speak, I cannot speak before of the Ateker says something. So the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia is the patron of all the Ateker. So how can I speak before he speaks? Bring the mic. Later you know. The Acapron. Acapron
Aire Mariam.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, our host, Excellencies, distinguished guests, elders, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of the Ateker family, Mata Ateker. Ateker now. Outset, as a patron of the Ethiopian Ateker community, I want to express my gratitude to His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for his leadership and commitment in making this highly esteemed event possible. I am honored to stand before you today at this vibrant celebration of the cultural festival of the Ateker people. This festival is a testament to our shared heritage, our resilience, and the enduring spirit of our ancestors. The Ateker people spread across East Africa are bound by the threads of kinship, language, and cultural traditions. This festival highlights the unique beauty and diversity within our large family. The Ateker people are known for their strengths, their deep connection to the land, and their rich oral traditions. Today, as we gather with joyous hearts, let us remember the values that have guided our people for generations. First, respect for elders. Our elders hold the wisdom of our ancestors. Their guidance is invaluable, and we must honor their experience and knowledge. In Ateker, accommodation of children in family and community dialogue values. The community spirit, we are all people who believe in power of unity, and we support each other in times of need and celebrate together in times of joy. This festival embodies that spirit of togetherness. Preservation of culture, our songs, dances, stories, and traditions are treasures of our ancestors. It is our duty to pass them on to the future generations, ensuring that the flame of our culture burns bright. This festival is not just a celebration of our past, but it is also an opportunity to look towards the future. Let us use this occasion first to strengthen the bonds within the wider Ateker family, and let us foster understanding and cooperation amongst all our clans. And we have to empower our youth. They are the future leaders of our community. Let us also provide them with the opportunities and support they need to thrive. We have to promote peace and unity in a world often marked by conflict. Let the Ateker people be a beacon of peace and harmony. As we enjoy the festivities, the music, the dances, the food, and the comrades, let us remember the significance of this gathering. We rededicate ourselves to the values that make us Ateker, and let us work together to build a brighter future for our people. In the words of the great Nelson Mandela, I quote, "Our past is not just an inheritance, but it is also a responsibility," end of quote. Let us embrace this responsibility with renewed vigor and dedication. Let us also be the architects of our own destiny, shaping a future where peace, prosperity, and cultural renaissance reigns supreme. In the spirit of unity and celebration, I wish you all a joyous and memorable festival. Ankara.
Her Excellency the Vice President of Uganda, the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Right Honorable Haile Mariam, the leaders of the visiting delegations, His Highness the Emperor and all the other cultural leaders, ladies and gentlemen, Yoga, Mata, Alakaranoi. Before I speak, I want you to see the Karamajong from Ethiopia. The Angaton, the Nyagaton. There was somebody here. The ones who are dressed like the Nyanga from Karamoja, from Ethiopia. One. No, this is from Kenya. I want the one from Ethiopia. These ones we know. These ones we know them. Hawa tunawajua. Lakini, where are you? Where is he? Let him come. Oh, okay, you are there. You speak in your Karamojong and we hear. Are you following what he is saying? You can follow. Karamojong from Ethiopia, those ones there. Thank you very much. Alakaranoi. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the Ugandan people, I welcome you to Uganda. I am glad that some people among the Ateker communities of the Great Lakes and the Horn of Africa have finally realized and are beginning to appreciate what God did long ago. In the Bible, in the book of the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 17, verse 20, 27, it says that God created different peoples in the world and gave them different parts of the world where each would live with known boundaries. The exact quotation goes as follows. From one man, this is in quotes, from one man he made all the nations that they should inhabit the whole earth. And he marked out their appointed times in history and boundaries of their lands. God did this so that they would seek him and perhaps reach out for him and find him, though he's not far from any one of us. This is in the book of the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 17, verses 26 to 27. In the case of Africa, God enabled the following linguistic groups to reside here on the African continent. These are the Niger-Congo, which include the Bantus and the Kwa groups of southern Nigeria. The Nilo-Saharan, which includes the Nilotic, the Nilo-Hamitic, the Cushitic, and the Sudanic groups of languages. Thirdly, the Afro-Asiatic, comprised of Arabic, Tigrinya, and Amharic. And then number 4, the Khoisan groups of Southern Africa. The Ateker groups are a subcluster of the Nilo-Saharan cluster. We, the Pan-Africanists, led by George Pademore, an African-American, W.B. Du Bois, another African-American, Marcus Garvey, another African-American, Kwame Nkrumah, Mwalimu Nyerere, Modibo Keita of Mali, Sekou Toure of Guinea-Conakry, Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, Ben Bella of Algeria, King Mohammed V of Morocco, Patrice Lumumba, Jomo Kenyatta, Tobo Mboya, etc., detected and isolated 3 historical missions for us, the Africans, to achieve if we had survived as free people or even survive at all and thrive. These historical missions are, number 1, prosperity for the African people. We, the Pan-Africanists, this is what we identified long ago. Our leaders here, whom I read, we are young, working under them, and we identified historical mission number 1 to be how to create prosperity for the African people. Historical mission number 2, strategic security. How can Africa be secure? And historical mission number 3, taking advantage of the undugu. Undugu is Swahili word for brotherhood, for fraternity of our people, given to us by God. So these are the 3 historic missions we, the Pan-Africanists, isolated long ago. Number 1, how can Africa achieve prosperity for its people? Number 2, how can Africa achieve strategic security for its people? And number three, how can we use the undugu, the umoja, the oneness, the brotherhood to achieve the other two? We always start with the question, where does prosperity come from? If you say that the African people need prosperity, the question is, where does prosperity come from? Can prosperity be achieved by begging from other countries? Because that was one issue. Some people told you that you could be prosperous by begging from other countries. Now our answer is that if that was the case, if begging could make countries make countries prosperous, then all the African countries would be very prosperous by now, because they have excelled in that enterprise of begging all these years. Africans have begged Wanang. Africa wanaomba huko, wanaomba kule, wanaomba chakula, wanaomba nguo, wanaomba usalama. So our view is that if begging was a source of prosperity, then all African countries will be prosperous by now, because they have done it for all this time. So would Latin America, from where you see desperate throngs of people walking on foot and going to the prosperous United States of America. Those who watch TV, you have seen people from Latin America walking in big numbers on foot, going from Latin America, trying to enter United States. Even the other day, I was watching TV, I saw them. Where then does prosperity come from? Prosperity comes from producing a good or a service with a chibaro. You remember chibaro? Aymar. What do you call Aymar in your dialect here? Chibaro is assessing the optimal returns, the profitability. You produce a good or a service after you have calculated its profitability. And you do so sustainably, and selling that good or somebody buying your service and paying you, the service provider. In that case, the producer of the good or the service will get income and solve the problem of food, problem of shelter, like the house, problem of clothing, problem of health, problem of education for the children, etc., as well as creating jobs for other citizens and paying taxes so that the country can stand up. If that is the answer for achieving prosperity, if the answer for prosperity is producing a good or a service and selling it, then the next question is, who will buy those goods and services sustainably and on a large scale so that your prosperity is sustainably supported. Because if you say ustawi, I think the word for prosperity is ustawi. Ukisema ustawi wa jamii unatokana na kudharisha bidhaa, huduma na kuuza bidhaa hizo na watu tumia yako. Swala linarudi ni kwamba nani atanunua hizo bidhaa zako, na nani atatumia huduma yako kwa wingi. If you say that prosperity will come from producing good or a service and selling it, then the next question is who will buy that good or that service and buy it on a big scale. Who will buy those goods and services sustainably and on a large scale so that your prosperity is sustainably supported? Here, we get the question of the market. Once tukiuliza hilo swala, tunagundua jambo la soko. Nani atanunua bidhaa zako? Nani atatumia huduma yako? Here we get to the question of the market. If you produce goods and services with a chibaro is the other assessing profitability. Chibaro is our word here, meaning assessing profitability. To solve your problem of prosperity, who will buy those products sustainably and on a big scale enough to sustain your prosperity? Is the market in your tribe enough? Because that's where you get into problems. Is the market in your tribe enough to support your prosperity? How about the market in the country where your tribe or part of your tribe, as is normally the case, were put by the colonial borders? If you say that prosperity will come from producing a good and a service and selling it, well, said the next question is who will buy it? Now that leads you to the question of the market. And the question is the market in your tribe enough to support your buying your products and creating prosperity for you? How about the market of the country where your tribe belongs? Because the colonial borders cut these tribes. One party is here, one party is there. So how is the market? How big is the market of the country where part or whole of your tribe was put? Is that market enough to support your prosperity? Experience has shown that when people wake up from a job, you know the good thing is that many Africans are a job. They are asleep. Wamelala. Kulala vile ni vizuri. Kama umelala, hutajua hatari iko wapi. Nyoka inaweza kuingia chumbani inakumoja and bite you and you die peacefully without knowing that you are in danger. Kwa sababu kulala vile vile ni vizuri. So when you see people pushing tribalism, pushing religious sectarianism, ni kwa sababu wamelala. They don't know. Hawajui hatari iko wapi. Hawajui uzuri uko wapi. So they are asleep. But when they wake up, experience has shown that when the people wake up from a job is a for sleeping, a job. And start producing goods and services on a big scale with the Chivaro. Neither the tribal market nor the country market can be enough. Since the NRM woke up the Ugandans to some limited extent, Waganda wameamuka kiasi, sio sana, lakini wameamuka kiasi. Not fully, but already they're finding that the internal market of Uganda has shown that it's not enough. We have supplies of almost everything: maize, milk, sugar, fruits, beef, bananas, eggs, mayai yamekuwa mayai, poultry, beers. Walevi wa hapa hawawezi kumaliza wamekunywa lakini wameshindwa. Soft drinks, cement, etc. Besides, there are other examples in the world. Take the example of Latin America. In terms of natural resources like water, forests, minerals, agriculture, etc., Latin America could be much richer than the USA. However, on TV, you can see how miserable those people walking in thousands on foot or hanging dangerously atop of a crowded trains or even petrol of trains trying to go to what they think is the United States. What caused the difference between the two, USA and Latin America? Ukitazama kwenye upande wa mali asili, Latin America yuko na mali asili nyingi, misitu, mito mikubwa kama Amazon, madini, lakini watu wako kwenye huzuni. They are in misery. So what is the problem? The United States doesn't have the same plentifulness of natural resources, but it's much more prosperous. So what causes the difference? That's what Africans should study. What is the difference between the United States of America and Latin America? What causes the difference? What causes the difference between the two, USA and Latin America? In my view, the answer is integration, economic and political integration versus fragmentation. If you fragment the market, you have these small markets. Small market of Uganda, small market of Kenya, small market of that's where the problem is. Sudan hatari iko hapo. Political and economic integration among similar, linked, or contiguous people, appropriately done, means strength and prosperity, while political and market fragmentation mean weakness and misery on account of poverty and insecurity. That is why our movement, the National Resistance Movement, which started as a student movement in the 1960s, distilled the 4 ideological principles, which are patriotism, love Uganda, because you need it for your prosperity. You belong to this tribe, that tribe, but Uganda is very important for your prosperity. Kenya is very important for your prosperity. Tanzania is very important for your prosperity. Ethiopia. So if you think your tribe is more important than Ethiopia, you are an enemy of your tribe. Because you are endangering the interest of your tribe. Your tribe needs Ethiopia. Your tribe needs Uganda. Your tribe needs Kenya, needs Tanzania, needs South Sudan. If your tribe is to be prosperous. So ukiwa kama huelewe umuhimu wa uzalendo, kupenda Uganda, kupenda Tanzania, unakuwa adui wa kabila yako kwanza. Because you do their future, where will they sell their products? When they wake up, watauza wapi bidhaa zao? Umevunja soko yao kwa ujinga wako. Mimi ni mchungaji, mimi ni mfugaji wa ng'ombe. Mnanijua. Kamua maziwa, niko na nyama na ndizi. Lakini Wanyankore hawanunue maziwa yangu. Kwa sababu hao wako na maziwa, wako na maziwa, niko na maziwa. Hawanunui kutoka kwangu, sinunui kutoka kwao. Lakini tunasema moja, Agandi haijengei nyumba, hata kujenga nyumba. Teni ime Agandi, habari. I want money. Money will come from the one who buys my milk, who buys my beef, who buys my bananas. So kwa hiyo mkija Rwaikitura mnakuta niko na nyumba nzuri, nimeipata kwa ya Uganda. Kwa sababu Waganda kutoka zingine za Uganda ambao hawana maziwa ndio wananunua maziwa yangu. Ndio wananunua ndizi zangu. So principle number 1, patriotism. That's the principle of the national resistance movement. The chairman was telling you, chairman, LC1, before I forget, but here huyu mtu motorcycle yake. Nani? Mukaga. Huyu LC1 aja achukue pikipiki yake. Kama sijasahau. Kwa hiyo, therefore, what the chairman was talking about, the LC1 NRM structure, LC1, LC means the local council. Local council 1, local council 2, local council 3. The first principle of the NRM is patriotism. Love Uganda. Why? Because you need Uganda for your prosperity. But number 2, second principle is Pan-Africanism. Love Africa. Why? Because you need Africa. Because even the internal market of Uganda is not enough. You need the market of Africa. So that's why from the very beginning, our second principle was Pan-Africanism. Third principle, socio-economic transformation. The community, yes, you are celebrating the Ateker culture, our old ways of things. But as the Elmer was telling you, you need to change some things and maintain other things. When a child is in the womb of the mother, he's breathing in a certain way, he's eating in a certain way. The child is born from the womb. There are things which must change. He can no longer continue eating through the umbilical cord. Anatupa. It now starts from the mouth. So if your body refuses to eat, say, I'm waiting for the umbilical cord, then you are in trouble. So change must mean change with continuity. Some things go, others stay. So which of child, the brain is the same. You cannot give away your brain. So because in Mezariwa, the brain is go away. No. Some parts continue, others go. So we need to see which things change and continue. And that's why our principle number 3 is socio-economic transformation. The community needs to undergo metamorphosis from a non-money traditional way of life to a money economy. And democracy, to ensure that people hold the leaders accountable and they are elected by them. Therefore, what the Ateker people are doing here today is a step in the right direction. You are reminding yourselves that you are similar people. The colonial borders not with money. The second historic mission we identified was strategic security, ability to defend ourselves against any and all threats from wherever. The colonization of all of Africa, except for Ethiopia, by 1900 was an existence-threatening phenomenon. Some of the colonized peoples either were exterminated or survived as small marginalized groups, their lands having been taken over by other people. Colonialism was very dangerous for the African people. You know very well that in other parts of the world, the people who were colonized no longer exist. If you go to the Caribbean now, Caribbean islands, the original people are there. The indigenous people disappeared. So colonialism was very, very dangerous. Here in East Africa, in the 1950s, in the school system, we are being taught that the White Highlands in Kenya, Kenya was called White Highlands. That area around Nairobi, it was being called White Highlands. The European settlers had wanted to make Kenya a white man's country. It was because of the changes in the world that forced them to give up. Otherwise, I was taught in the primary school of the White Highlands of Kenya, kwamba Kenya ilikuwa imeanza kugeuka nchi ya wazungu, nchi ya watu weupe. We are being taught in books. So what changed was the situation in the world changed. I don't have time for that. So therefore, colonialism, some of the colonized peoples were exterminated, survived as small marginalized groups, their lands having been taken over by other people. Today, there are actors in the world who talk of four-dimensional superiority. Superiority on land, in land forces, in the air force, sea, and space. There's anyone who starts kwa dume kwenye hizo sehemu zote kwa baharini na in space, wanataka kuwa dume peke, ndio dume ambao wako huko peke yao. Where does this leave Africa? How can it be that people who survived the nightmare and that existence-threatening phenomenon of colonialism cannot immunize themselves against such future threats? That is why some of our leaders, such as Mwalimu Nyerere, Dr. Bote, and Mzee Kenyatta, on the 3rd of June 1963, had declared the intention to form the East African Federation that year. 1963, our leaders declared their intention to unite Kenya and Tanganyika that year, 1963, make it a federation. I will give each delegation a picture of those people. You, the delegations, why? I will give you a picture of that event. Unfortunately, some actors frustrated that effort. East African Federation would have addressed both the issue of economic integration for prosperity and political integration for strategic security. Indeed, if that federation had taken time, we would never have had Idi Amin in Uganda. There was no way Idi Amin could take over here if we had a federation. No way. Maybe the Rwanda and Burundi problems could have been solved earlier, and without the terrible loss of life that we witnessed. The problem of South Sudan could have been solved earlier. Maybe the problems of Syria would not have explained the way they did. Indeed, a Somali delegate was in that meeting with our leaders in Nairobi, for this declaration made in Nairobi, and there was a delegate from Somalia there. I am glad we revived the East African Treaty, and the treaty provides for the creation of the common market, the customs union, the monetary union, and eventually the political federation. You, the present generations, should push for this insurance for the survival of the black race. The black race to survive and thrive needs a set of gravity. There are smaller countries in Europe, Denmark, Holland, Luxembourg, they are there. But they have got a center of gravity. When they're in trouble, the big boy, United States, comes to their rescue. Where is the center of gravity of Africa? Where is it? Uganda here, Kenya there. Where is the center of gravity of Africa? Where is the center of gravity? East Africa, a federation of East Africa will be the center of gravity of not only Africa, but of the whole African race. I'm also glad that the African leaders finally agreed on the CFTA, the Continental Free Trade Area. Push for the consolidation of that effort because it addresses the aspect of the African people's prosperity through the market integration mentioned above. The final historical mission we had identified is Undugu fraternity of the African peoples, part of which you, the Ateker people, are addressing by getting together here in Soroti. I encourage you to continue. The similarities and linkages among the African peoples make it easy for Africa to integrate in order to achieve the first two historical missions, prosperity and strategic security. Apart from the linkages and the similarities among the four linguistic groups identified above, in which the 1.5 billion people of Africa fall, we in East Africa and the Great Lakes have the additional advantage of Swahili, dialect that can be used to unite all this area. It has quite a number of Arabic words in it and can be expanded to integrate words from other African dialects. However, you, the Ateker people, as the Emormor was saying, you need to catch up with your colleagues in Africa, working with the government to create peace. When you the Ateker say, Ateker, we are brothers, we are what? You have been determined to finish one another. And I had to use a very big stick to stop you from finishing one another. Disarming the Karamojong. So you should not just talk, please take care and come and dance and jump. That's not enough. The Nakapiripirit, when we disarmed those people, there was a woman who had been widowed 9 times. She was on husband number 9. All the other husbands had died because of the war. What we call atom. Killed husband number 1, number 2. She was now number 9. So don't just come and dance and finish end there. We are talking about integration, market, and so on. But even before that, start with the basics. I coach. You say I coach? I coach, number 1. Please, we don't want to hear. The governments must remove guns from the sample. This is Karamojong. We removed 41,000 guns. Can you imagine? 41,000 guns from Karamojong. They had 41,000 guns. You can't believe it. When I overthrew Bote, the Ugandan army was 8,000 people. And when we were fighting Idi Amin with our Tanzanian brothers, Amin had an army of 20,000. But you hear the Karamojong had 41,000 guns. So we had to remove them by force. So in the other countries, Turkana, the Turkanas normally come here. I allow them to water in the other dam, Kobebe, but they come with guns. But I stopped them recently. Siliwafukuza nyinyi wa Turkana. Niliwafukuza. Kwenda huko, kwenda. To come itawapiga. So, remove the guns. Work for peace. Then water. When I formed the Karamoja Development Authority, the first thing I wanted to do was water. The dams, Akipi. When Mama was in Karamoja, the local councils were misusing the money. We are giving each district 800 million shillings. That's quite a lot of money each year. But they were not for water. That was just for water. So if you have got a dam, a very big dam, the few big dams we have are able to support the cows throughout the dry season. So peace, number 1, I could. Number 2, Akipi, water. Am I speaking Karamojong? Don't backbite me. If you backbite me, I will know that you are backbiting me. Then, once you have peace and water, it will be easier to abandon nomadism. Because you say here, Ateker, love cows. You don't love cows. You are enemies of cows. You are enemies of cows because cows don't like to move around. If the cows move around, cows which are sick infect yours which are not sick. So how can you say you love cows but you don't want to settle down? I have a lot of cows now. But even if you give me a gift, I cannot accept it. Because I don't want to bring your one cow which is sick and kill my thousands which are not sick. So you cannot say we love cows, but you are taking a sick cow from here. The cows have got many sicknesses, foot and mouth. This one called brucellosis. So many sicknesses, CBPP. So this movement is we are trying to beg our brothers from Tanzania, because when from Kagera region, they enter Uganda, they bring sickness, foot and mouth. So we are trying to work with them on the immunization on the two sides, immunize against foot and mouth. So if you say you love cows, you must work for peace, work for water, and stop nomadism. That's when we shall be able to have cows proper. Cows are like babies. You cannot put baby in the open there and you say, I love babies, but you put the baby there. Then now you do that, you engage in commercial agriculture and food security. And then we can even look at irrigation. Then you emphasize health, education. You have seen, you the Karamojong, you have seen how I have helped with immunization, just immunization. In 1980, when I went to campaign in Karamoja for UPM, population of Karamoja was 190,000. All that Karamoja is bigger than Belgium. In land area, there is a small country in Europe called Belgium. Karamoja is bigger than Belgium. But in 1980, the population was 190,000. They marry many women, many what? Where are the children going? They are being taken by the grave. They are producing children for the grave. Now I have immunized you. So all those children are my children, the ones who have grown up. And the population now is 1.2 million or something. About, of Cambodia now is about 1.2 million. Population has now come up. Amdat, a place called Amdat. Amdat, when we gave them a district, there were 20,000. Now I hear they are like 150 something. I think they are like 150,000 now. So, and this is just immunization. Added other things like safe water, nutrition, hygiene. Population will now it's just immunization. We have just done a small thing. Immunization only. And education. So I thank you, the Ateker. Thank you for bringing the rain. I think you used some what do you call spirits in Karamajong? What are they called? The rules called them jockey. What do they call them? Somebody on the microphone. Asamo. What do you call spirits? What do you call it? Joke in a law.
Your Excellency, not just so we call it jockey.
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 So
it's not the same thing like the other one. Jockey. Yeah.
Jockey.
And then some people call it Kwame. You know something comes and then spoils your head. You get and become confused. So that's what we call jockey. Kwame. Thank you.
Whatever. Equipe something. Bus.
Your Excellency, it is not called equipe. It is called ijoki.
Ijoki.
Yes, then in actually it is jock.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it seems the ijoki, you use the ijoki. You didn't want me. You didn't want my helicopter to come, so you brought the rain. But you got a strong God. So we came. It was raining. It was a lot of rain, and this should have given us water to keep in the dams. I'm told here in Teso, we have got many dams which have silted up. We're going to desilt them because this is what that's what causes flooding. When the dams are not silted up, are not desilted, then the water remains on the surface and floods. We need to capture the water and put it in the dam and keep it there for use. So with these few words, I thank everybody, and it is my pleasure to declare your conference open so you can dance the way you want.
Thank you, Excellency. Your Excellency.
Just hold on.
I just request for that.
Just hold on. I want to hand the pictures to the heads of delegations. I will start with
the Speaker of Kenya was requesting your indulgence that
I can meet them tomorrow in Entebbe at around 5.
the Turkish
Tomorrow in Entebbe around 5.
Turkish 5.
If they can be patient, I can meet them tomorrow at 5 in Entebbe.
Oh, the foreign, okay. And the Right Honorable Speaker says he has a message from His Excellency President Ruto.
These are the pictures of our leaders in 1963. I give to the Prime Minister. The Speaker of Kenya. Then the minister from South Sudan. Then the ambassador from Tanzania. Then the head of the Ateker in Uganda, Vice President. I give to the Emormo for what? But Emormo is only for on behalf of the others. Okay. I think that's all.
Thank you, Excellency. And we didn't them to showcase their culture. I request only 10 minutes. Thank you. Can we have Ethiopia? Come Ethiopia. And Kenya should be ready immediately. You have already announced.
Mheshimiwa Rais na Naibu wa Rais, wageni waalikwa, wanaoingia Ateker wa Ethiopia. Karibuni.
smiling. National anthem. National anthem. Oh. And all the delegates, you come back here after your lunch. We are continuing up to 10 in the night, tomorrow and Friday. Please come back. National.
We thank you together with Mama for gracing this occasion and for supporting this occasion. We want to pray for Janema's